something you put in Tower's chat. It definitely summed it up really nicely. That and just stupid fucking assholes that try to like either like tear people's careers apart by making up shit, or people will always like discredit people. Like I saw somebody today is like, how come this dude bro Ludwig can just sleep on stream and get thousands and thousands of viewers? I guess the system's rigged against women. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And the tweet, of course, is like just so many likes, so many retweets. I'm just like, God, I hate this website. Why is it always gotta be some shit? Sleeping streams are weird, but that's not even the point. The point is he's doing a sub-marathon where he stays live. That's the only reason he's sleeping on stream. They missed the entire fucking point. I don't know. Twitter just bothers me so much, dude. And it's like always, there's always like a one sentence argument that completely disproves these kind of people. And you'll find a reply that says that pretty much verbatim, and then there's just a whole thread of like missing the point completely. And just like, I don't know. It's exhausting. But also, it's a combination of that and what Moose basically said of just like the same jokes, the same formats, just over and over and over. And the sad part is it's always the really shitty ones that do so well. That's what bothers me about it. The fact that you can just steal somebody else's tweet and it's just like a line of text and it just does so fucking well on that website is like the most tilting shit ever. And then people always gotta plug their shit. And it's like, why? It's just so like fake. Maybe that means I'm on Twitter too much, actually. If it's bothering me that bad. But it's just like these little patterns that you keep seeing over and over and over again. And they all kind of bother me to the point where if I keep seeing them over and over again, it just makes me more mad every time. I also think the average age on that website just keeps going lower and lower and lower. That probably contributes to it as well. My age goes up and the average age on Twitter goes down. So I'm like, wow, this is some really mundane, immature shit. And it's like, wow, I wonder why. It's not your age specifically, it's every age, but I think people younger can spend like comical amounts of time invested in like the silliest things. I think that's the difference. And it's because people like seek out arguments, dude. That's the problem. I'm just ranting at this point, but it's kind of fun. People want to argue with people. It's the most ridiculous shit. It's like, why are you even on this website? It's so obnoxious. And then I gotta see it. Always beefing with people who dislike it. Yeah, dude, that shit exists too. Anime Twitter? Oh, man. Some people's entire existence is based around liking a thing and just white knighting it on Twitter. I couldn't imagine. Like, pick any popular form of media and say something bad about it. You're gonna get replies from people you've never heard of before because they actively go out of their way to search for it. It's so pathetic. And they get so mad, and it's like, well, what the fuck? You did this to yourself. If people not liking the thing you like makes you mad, why did you search for people who don't like the thing you like? You trying to like eradicate them from the world? That's like genocidal behavior. I don't know, dude. Kind of weird. But again, I was dumb when I was 16, 17. So it's like at the same time, I have to cut them a little bit of slack, but not so much slack that I stop complaining about it. I just hope those type of people have that like revelation one day of like, wow, I used to do that shit. Fixes someone else's art. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that shit's weird. It's ulterior motives. That's what it is. That's what bothers me about that shit. If you actually cared about like inclusivity and representation and shit, you wouldn't be like fixing people's art and then promoting your social media on the post afterwards. Like, what really was your goal here with this? Of course you can't say that, because then you're gonna get ratioed, bro. Uh-oh. By making Knuckles black, someone did that unironically. Just make your own art. Why do you have to fix it? Just make your own OCs. What did Mario 64 do to him? So much resentment. See, like, that's the kind of shit that when I think back to being like 17, I'm like, alright, maybe I could kind of rationalize that. My 17-year-old self didn't like something and he wanted the world to know. Like, okay, I get it. But even then, I wouldn't fucking dedicate my life to that. You know what you learn as you get older, I think? You learn that it takes like a lot of extra effort to dislike something. Like actively dislike it and talk about how you dislike it. Where you can just let it exist and not like it, and then let other people like it. And as soon as you realize that, you just save you and everybody else around you so much time. It's like, let's not worry about what other people like. Let's just let them like it. And I'll like my shit. And we don't have to have a fucking flame war about it. People, sometimes you would think people treat liking something as like a bad thing. Obviously, if it's problematic, it's a bad thing. But just like opinions on like media and shit. It's like, why is liking something bad? I wish I liked everything. I'd be a lot happier if I just liked everything. You should be happy for people that like things. So weird that your natural instinct is like attack somebody's opinion because they like something. It's like, this brings you joy? Fuck you, you're wrong. That's kind of, I don't know if Tyler's still here, but that kind of is how I felt about the whole Pyra Mithra thing. I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit, but I'm happy you're happy about it. So if you want to talk about it, feel free, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and explain to you in a 1,000-page essay why Pyra and Mithra are a boring addition to Smash. Like, no, just, I'm happy for you. It's like two different ways to go about that. I know, Blue. And I'm saying, I think when you're older, you're gonna realize that it's just effort that doesn't need to exist.